20 days to go until the nation decides.
No, bugger!
A vote for no is a vote for what we have now. The same. To not change, to not search for something better.
The latest Redbridge poll has the support for the voice down a point to 38%. It also found only 15% of Aussies now listing the voice in their top 5 priorities for the government. Cost of living, housing affordability, jobs and the economy all ranking higher. It comes as unofficial no rallies were held around the country.
We don't need this referendum.
We're here to say no. No, no, no.
What they're trying to do is get the Aboriginal people to sign away their sovereignty.
In Melbourne, chaos as neo-Nazi groups stormed the scene, performing a Nazi salute before being pepper sprayed by police. While in Brisbane, footy fans at the Gabba gave a rousing response to the Welcome to Country last night.
We can do one chant, I think, that brings us all together. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
It follows similar reactions from crowds at the MCG the night before.
So Woomera are welcome, enjoy the game.
Supporters across the country roundly rejecting Sam Newman's calls this week to boo the custom.
The next time you go to a public event like the grand final or a football game and they trot out the Welcome to Country, start booing.
And in possibly the most left-field intervention in the debate,
Can't touch this.
US rapper MC Hammer has spent much of this weekend in an online fight with no voters after he tweeted his support for the Yes camp on Friday.
I'm with you. Australia, it's time. Repair the breach.
Meanwhile, Aussie icon Kamahl has declared a backflip.
Unbelievable.
After publicly backing the no vote, he met with First Nations community leaders and has now decided he'll vote yes.
I came here believing that the no was a strong possibility. They've convinced me otherwise. And I'm delighted that I have changed my no to yes.
So, what got him over the line? And is he sticking with it?
Break it down.
And Kamahl is here to tell us the latest with his decision. Kamahl, it's great to see you. Where are you standing at the moment?
Well, it started with a flippant no about 10 days ago. And then a few days later, I was persuaded to believe yes would be the way to go. And when I eventually got home, 48 hours later, I had reason to believe that I might have made a mistake. In fact, I did make a mistake. And knowing as much about it as I do know now than I did before, it is definitely a yes vote. And the whole variety of things that the Indigenous people, what you need to do for them is so much. But I don't think you really need a voice. They already have a voice.
So hang on, Kamahl, you were originally saying no and then you went to yes. So are you back on no?
Yeah, because no is an informed decision. The first no was an uninformed decision, and then a yes was a semi-informed decision, and now 100% I am well and truly committed to saying no.
Hang on, so what changed your mind?
The fact is that this whole thing, if this comes to be, it becomes based on race. The Aboriginals have, or the Indigenous Torres Strait Island people already have a voice. It's a purely an opportunity of making an effort to find out what they want to say and what should be done for them. And at the moment, it's $40 billion a year. $40 billion a year. To the Indigenous people. Where's the money going to? What are they doing with it?
Sorry, where are you getting that figure from, Kamahl?
I beg your pardon?
Where's that figure come from?
The 40 billion?
Yeah. Where?
I saw it in, somebody told me. Maybe, I think I'm making it up.
It's just you're saying that now your decision is fully informed. I think we're all interested to understand
not
how
fully,
you've landed on this position.
No, not fully informed as I could be in 48 hours.
Well, Kamahl, wouldn't a voice, though, give these First Nations people access to policymakers? Isn't it fair that Indigenous people have a say on policies that are affecting them and their communities?
Of course. They can use it, they can do it directly or indirectly through their representatives. Is that being made? Are the Indigenous people being heard as well as they should be heard? Is there an evidence?
Wouldn't a voice make these Indigenous people their voices be heard?
No. From my perspective, I think there is enough there. The problem is there. Go and attend to the problem. Don't find an extra. You know, in other words, it'll be if you do the voice this way, it becomes a racist issue. You're putting a whole race of people separate from the rest of the country.
You said you've had a lot of sleepless nights thinking about this. Have you felt pressured to go one way or the other?
I mean, you know, the thing is, what I'm saying is a no. I mean, that's the way I'm in. I mean, you know, I mean, it's an immense problem. I don't know exactly what the total population of the Aboriginal people, but the amount of difference between the various groups, you know, apparently 1,200 people, different 1,200 different dialects to speak with. I mean, I don't know whether they have a common voice as Indigenous people.
That's what the voice is about.
Yeah. Doesn't that lack of understanding of Indigenous people mean that there should be a reason to have a voice so that they can express their experiences, their life, and have policy that is made around their individual experience, because there are a lot of people that don't understand that?
Exactly, but not making not make a policy as a racist thing separate from it. There are already enough people there to do it.
But it hasn't gotten us to where we need to be at this point.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think somewhere along the way, the efficiency of the mechanism is questionable. All I know is that they're spending $40 billion. How are they spending that money?
Kamahl, obviously grateful to have you on. I feel we should probably just fact-check the 40 billion figure, because you've used it a few times and I know a lot of people are listening to you. I think there was a claim made by Tony Abbott some years ago that the National Indigenous Australians Agency spent $30 billion a year. That's been fact-checked as false. The government agency says it's never administered funding of $30 billion a year on Indigenous programs. Its total budget for 2022 and 23 was $4.5 billion. So I think it's probably just right, given that we are in a referendum and people are making up their minds, that we just get that right.
Well, you know, I mean, we can split the difference, but the fact is...
Sorry, Kamahl, there's a big difference between $4 billion and $40 billion.
No. That's, OK, I made a mistake. OK, the fact remains the Indigenous people need help. By making them a separate race from Australia, that's not acceptable.
Now, Kamahl, you are an important cultural icon in this country. Your words have a profound impact, not just on me, but even on our Prime Minister. This is what he said yesterday when he found out you were voting yes.
So we have now a new term that we've coined today, Kamahlmentum.
I mean, he was pretty excited. I think you might have broken his heart. I mean, does that comment influence your decision?
I know. I'm sorry. I apologise. You know, call me a hypocrite or uninformed, but I'm informed now. Whatever I said before now, wipe it out. But start all over again now and forgive me.
There are still 3 weeks to go. Any chance you could change your mind again?
You know, it's a no from me. A no from me, period.
Kamahl, we have so much respect for you as an Australian icon, and we know that you've lost a lot of sleep over this decision, but we appreciate you taking the time to chat to us. Thank you.
I hope I was of some sort of help.
Thanks, Kamahl.
Thank you.
It's not our job to persuade people.
No.
You know, it's our job to present the facts and for people to come up with their own opinion. But I think it's so important when we are dealing with people's lives and their livelihoods and things to, you know, make sure that we're all making really informed decisions.
But maybe also journalists and programs and people that are informing have a job to also make sure that what we put on television or in the newspapers is factually sound and correct. Obviously, everyone has opinions.
I think conversations like that, though, will be playing out in lounge rooms right across the country. As often the younger generation explaining to the older generation, having that conversation, ring a rello.